Hello and welcome to the 27th episode of the Spartan Show. I'm Ethan Foster. This week we're visited by head volleyball coach Bryndon Paulsen for an update on off-season volleyball practices. Track and field director Cashdollar will stop by with a few athletes to recap the HCAC Track and Field Championships. And finally, we'll be visited by interim head tennis coach Wendy Hoffman and a representative of the team to discuss the end of the team's regular season.
Our first guest today is head volleyball coach Bryndon Paulsen. Coach, thanks for joining us. You and your team have been practicing this spring during the off-season. What are you hoping to improve from last season to the upcoming one, and do you have any specific goals?
First of all, thanks for having me. It's been like a year since I've been on here, so I'm glad to be back on the Spartan Show. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but here I am. Off-season wise is great. We really get to break stuff down, get more one-on-one, small groups. So we really like that. I really miss that. Going from an assistant to head coach, you do a lot more big picture stuff. So in the spring we get to kind of break it down, small groups, one-on-one interactions, which I miss a little bit, and it really lets us get some technique stuff done. So I really like that. Some of our goals are just cleaning up the technique stuff. We think that if we can tweak enough of the little things, we'll see big results, and so that's kind of our goal in the spring.
It's great to hear. And who have been some of the standout players this spring?
Honestly, it'd be really hard to pick out anybody. We've been getting so much better every single day in so many different areas. Our right sides have been fantastic about changing contact point, so they're hitting much higher, and because of that we're seeing more power. And then last year they were pretty consistent hitting, but we've had some inconsistencies blocking, so kind of cleaning up that on the right side has been great. They've both done great. Liberos and DSs have been really working on just building a better base, so that they can make plays out of that base. So a lot of footwork stuff, getting our hips lined up, things like that. Middles wise is a lot of arm swings, a lot of blocking, and then setters just kind of getting that consistency in the tempo. A lot of base stuff as well, so we're getting the footwork down, getting the hips where they belong, and that's kind of cutting down some of those major errors we made last year during the season. So.
Okay, great to hear about the improvements, and thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Our Spartan Show MVP of the week is freshman Landon Balch. This weekend at the HCAC Track and Field Championships at Rose-Hulman, Balch captured the Spartans' first loop high jump title since 2012, clearing 1.97 meters. Congratulations, Landon.
Director of Track and Field Cashdollar and senior Jacey Cauhorn now join us. The HCAC Championships were this past weekend at Rose-Hulman. Now, Jacey, you claimed the discus title, which was the second farthest in program history. Congratulations, first of all, on that accomplishment. Did you feel the results met your expectations for your last conference event as a Spartan athlete?
It exceeded my expectations. I was just hoping to move the mark to try to go to nationals, and my teammates really motivated me, and I think that's what got that mark.
All right. And Coach, how did you feel that your teams did coming out of the championship?
To be honest, it was one of our best championships that I've been a part of. In terms of the performances that the athletes accomplished, as not only with their placing but PRs, I had fun the whole way through. There wasn't a moment where I was extremely disappointed or bummed out about a performance, and that's a rarity at a conference championship to have people like Jacey or the other athletes that are coming up, and their big performances really kind of puts the icing on top of the cake.
All right, and as the season comes to an end, what are both of you looking to change or improve here in the last few meets?
I'm looking to improve my mark, just try to get it farther to try to go to nationals, but that's pretty much what I'm focusing on is discus.
For what we're trying to accomplish as a program, we have about 9 athletes or so that are going to continue on and compete a little bit, whether they're trying to get big meet experience or have an opportunity like Jace to get a mark that'll get her into the national meet. For the coaching staff, it's just about what we've been doing. It's been working. There's no reason to change the recipe up. We just kind of tweak a few things and let the athletes perform.
All right, thank you for joining with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Freshman Landon Balch and sophomore Hannah Wappes are now with us. Landon, you captured the Spartans' first loop high jump title since 2012 this past weekend at the conference championships. What does this title mean to you as you close out your first year as a collegiate athlete?
It's honorable. A lot of people don't get to that point, and doing it as a freshman, it means a lot to me, and it opened up a lot more doors for the next 3 years. Going to last chance meets and trying to qualify for nationals and trying to get a national championship. That would be really cool.
All right, and Hannah, you won the 800 and the 1500 meter runs at the conference championships. Your 800 meter time was a personal best and was the second fastest in school history. So how do you feel about your season's accomplishments as you get near to the end of the season?
It's been really exciting. It's really great to have teammates that support me so much and coaches that have pushed me this far. So I'm excited to see how much farther we can go with just all their support. So it's been great.
Now you both have a few more meets before the end of the season. So what are you both hoping to accomplish in these final meets?
Basically just hitting a PR would be great. Making the nationals would be super awesome. I know that's what the coaches are looking for as far from me, but to see my teammates PR, that would be really amazing to be able to be there when they do that.
For you?
I'd like to PR. I PR'd at conference to get the title, so that was pretty cool. From now on, it's going to take the top performances with all of my teammates, and having their support too will be able to help me with that. And just being able, to be there for the experience will be great too. But we're going to try and make it to nationals, and we're going to be supporting each other.
All right, well, good luck on the rest of the season. Thank you for joining with us.
Thank you for having us.
We begin our highlights segment with the men's and women's track and field programs as they competed at the HCAC championships. The women's team placed second overall, while the men ended in fourth. Both teams earned individual platform top spots. Freshman Landon Balch captured the Spartans' first loop high jump title since 2012, clearing 1.97 meters. Sophomore Austin Roberts' long jump topped 6.72 meters, the third longest in school history. Freshman Nathan Weaver placed second in the 110-meter hurdles by only 22 hundredths at the line. Sophomore Hannah Wappes led the way as she swept the 800 and 1500-meter runs. Her 800 time was a personal career best and second fastest in school history. Junior Deja Beck was held off at the finish by just 9 hundredths of a second for the top spot in the 100-meter dash. Senior Jacey Cauhorn claimed the discus title, launching the steel frisbee 42.57 meters, good for second farthest in program history. Junior Lena Boggs was runner-up in the shot put to guide 3 in the top 5. Senior Kara Brookman led the same charge in the hammer, tossing the ball 46.75 meters for runner-up honors. And Boggs and Brookman went 3-4 in the javelin. Brookman's hammer throw was a new personal career best and third longest for MU, as was Boggs' javelin mark. Moving on to men's tennis. Senior Kyler Love claimed his 4th straight triumph and moved to 7-4 on the season. Senior Garrett Baer gave up just 3 game decisions to win 6-1 and 6-2 at number 6. Senior Spencer Thomas was nearly perfect at number 5, claiming a 6-1 and 6-0 win. And freshman Isaac Miller had a stranglehold from the beginning, winning 6-0 and 6-0 at number 3. Those Paulsen spotlighted an 8-2 black and gold triumph over Transylvania. Softball also took on Transylvania this past weekend. Junior Kate Skeens doubled and homered as part of a 2-hit, 3 RBI afternoon. Skeens blasted a 3-run bomb to highlight a 4-run 5th inning rally in Game 2. She was one of 4 black and gold players with multiple hit efforts during an 11-4 defeat. Senior Lauren Ladwig crunched 3 doubles, scored once and drove in a run. Sophomore Mackenzie Nyland tallied 2 safeties, and junior Sydney Thompson singled twice and scored. Despite the losses, the Spartan season didn't end there. The team earned one of the 5 spots in the postseason tourney.
Our final guests on today's show are interim head coach Wendy Hoffman and first-year student Isaac Miller from the men's tennis team. Isaac, this is your first season as a Spartan athlete. How's your experience been with collegiate tennis so far?
It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely been an adjustment. In high school, I was used to playing in the fall. Now I play in the spring, so we deal with a lot of weather. It's finally starting to get nice, which is really nice. But really the biggest adjustment has just been the style of play, and the pace of play has been a big adjustment. But yeah, it's going really well, and I've had a lot of fun with the guys so far.
Great to hear. And Coach, on an earlier episode, you indicated that you would like each of your players to improve from where they were at the beginning of the year. How do you feel the team did in accomplishing that goal during the regular season?
I think we did great, actually. I'm seeing better shot making. Instead of just going out and playing a point, we construct the point, finish it out. We've got more consistency, we've got more strokes going on out there. So I think lastly, the confidence level is high, and that's really important to get you through to a win.
Absolutely. And so this coming weekend, the team will head to Indianapolis for the HCAC Championships. What do each of you hope to accomplish with this tournament?
Well, we want to win. Definitely we're focused on Friday. We play Franklin, who we beat earlier in the season. Pretty good win, so definitely want to beat them again.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we want to win. You know, we've made a mark on HCAC conference tennis, and we want to solidify that this weekend. And so we'll beat Franklin on Friday, and then hopefully go on to win Saturday and Sunday as well.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck this weekend, and thanks for taking the time with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'd like to thank our guests for joining us today. To follow along with all the Manchester Athletics news, stats, and scores, be sure to like us on Facebook by visiting facebook.com/Manchester Athletics. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MU Spartans, and visit our website, muspartans.com. On behalf of the Spartan Show staff, thank you for joining us, and be sure to stay tuned for the final episode of the Spartan Show coming to you next week.
Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. To watch our latest video, click the box here. To subscribe to our channel, click this circle.